You think that there's a wealth gap and disparity today. There is, and we'll get to that in a second. In that culture, women were not considered anything, and if you were poor, you were not given the time of day. And so what James is saying, if someone comes in, then you show no partiality to that. I need you guys to understand, church, how radical that idea is for that day and time. Maybe it's a little less radical today, but I need you guys to understand that all of society, especially in that day, in ancient times, was predicated on the fact of whether you were born poor or rich, and there was almost really little that you could do to change your status. If you were poor, you were going to be poor. If you were a shepherd, the lowliest of the low, unlikely that that would change. Right, if you were born into a nice merchant family or born into the government, then yeah, maybe you had more status, but unlikely that those things would ever change. And Christianity, from the very beginning, James is saying, do not be partial or discriminate against these people for a couple of reasons. The first and the chief of which is God, at his very being, at his very center, shows no partiality towards a single person ever. Right? And in this country, lately, all that we're seeing is straight division based on anything that you can think of. Race, culture, beliefs, you discriminate, and if someone thinks differently than you or comes from a slightly different background or has a little bit of a different life experience, you find that within the first 5 seconds, and then if you guys disagree, then you don't talk, right? That's what's happening in this country today. It's what's happening. And James is saying, if you discriminate, you have broken the law. Verse 9, we don't have it on the screen, but if you favor some people over others, you are committing a sin. You are guilty of breaking the law.